Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The world's reserve currency, a concept that's been dominated by traditional fiat currencies for centuries, may soon be turned on its head as the U.S. debt crisis gains momentum. At Bitcoin Bulletin, we've been tracking the rising tide of adoption and the implications it has on the global economy. Today, I want to share with you an extraordinary observation made by Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong that could signal a seismic shift in the way we think about money. Imagine a world where the U.S. debt crisis pushes traditional currencies to their limits. The United States is sitting on a mountain of debt, with some estimates suggesting it could reach $30 trillion by the end of 2025. That's a staggering figure, equivalent to nearly 120% of GDP. This kind of debt burden can have far-reaching consequences, including reduced government spending power, increased interest rates, and even social unrest. As the U.S. economy faces these challenges, people are starting to look for alternative stores of value and mediums of exchange that don't rely on traditional fiat currencies. Bitcoin has been gaining traction as a potential solution to this problem. Its decentralized nature and limited supply make it an attractive option for those looking to diversify their portfolios. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong recently made a statement that, in our opinion, highlights the growing trend towards adoption of digital assets. He suggested that the U.S. debt crisis could be a catalyst for Bitcoin's rise as the world's reserve currency. Now, let's take a closer look at what this means and why it matters. In traditional financial systems, governments often use their central banks to back their currencies with gold reserves or other collateral. However, in today's digital age, we're witnessing a shift towards decentralized assets like Bitcoin that operate independently of central bank control. This could have profound implications for the way we think about wealth, power, and economic stability. As the U.S. debt crisis deepens, it's possible that central banks may need to consider alternative options to mitigate its impact. One such option is to use digital currencies as a store of value or medium of exchange. Bitcoin, with its limited supply and decentralized nature, could potentially play a key role in this process. The idea of Bitcoin becoming the world's reserve currency might seem far-fetched at first, but it's worth considering the historical context of how money has evolved over time. We've seen how fiat currencies have been used as a store of value and medium of exchange throughout history, and now digital assets are emerging to fill this role. So what does this mean for investors, entrepreneurs, and anyone interested in shaping the future of finance? At Bitcoin Bulletin, we believe that it's essential to stay informed about the trends and developments that could shape the global economy. As the U.S. debt crisis continues to unfold, we'll be keeping a close eye on the rise of digital assets like Bitcoin. In conclusion, Brian Armstrong's statement highlights the potential for Bitcoin to become a key player in the global financial system as the world's reserve currency. While this is still speculative, it's clear that digital assets are emerging as a viable alternative to traditional fiat currencies. As we move forward, it'll be crucial to stay informed about these developments and consider how they could impact your investments or business ventures. That's all for today's Bitcoin Bulletin.